Fathers for Justice took to the streets on a protest march. The group, which is campaigning for change in family law, occupied a number of buildings. Here's Dominic Velitis.
As protests go, it started off pretty normally. There were the usual costumes and fanfare you'd expect with any Fathers for Justice protest march. But it's an organisation never far from controversy, and it wasn't long before protesters made their first port of call, a building many of them are familiar with.
Around 20 to 30 members of Fathers for Justice decided to raid the family courts here in central Bristol. Now, since that happened, the fire alarm has been set off and staff are being evacuated.
More than 100 found themselves out on the streets. The police and fire service were quick to respond. The protesters eventually left. No arrests were made.
We decided to pop into the family courts today to see if any solicitors or judges would answer our allegations and our questions. Sadly, they chose to run off.
From the family courts, it was off to the nearby job centre, a symbolic stop-off for the protesters who demanded to see the manager.
It's Father's Day on Sunday. Is there anything you can do for these guys to give them the job of being a father in this country?
I'm sorry, I'm not prepared to make any comment.
Right, no jobs.
I can't say
no
anything,
jobs for dads.
I'm not going to say anything.
The march continued. The final stop, this branch of HSBC. Fathers for Justice banks used by the Child Support Agency to process payments, something HSBC won't confirm or deny. They were eventually escorted off the premises by police.
I think our job is to raise awareness. Hopefully we've caused nobody any concern. I think most people are amused, and those that aren't amused are bemused.
Fathers for Justice are known for their high-profile stunts and protests. Today in Bristol was no exception. They want a reform of family law. Until that happens, the protests will continue. Dominic Velitis in Bristol for The West Today.